It's always something. And here we are back in Portland, Oregon with another episode of Coffee and Bong Hits with Jessie. I'm Jessie. I got a lot to tell you about what I saw. I got a lot to tell you about what I didn't see. I got a lot to tell you about what I seen on TV. I'm kidding. I don't watch TV. Remember this. Somebody put the moon there. Go ahead, share this with your friends. We'll be right back with a show.
Shut the fuck up, sorry ass motherfucker, stay away from me.
Yeah. Sorry, we're back. Man, we were out doing what I like to do the best, which was we were putting cameras on shit and we were giving you my bird's eye view. What's going on? Flight Lounge is closed today for the holiday, so I'm posted up like an orphan in front of the Warriors poster and in front of what I think is the Tree of Life. I don't know, but that's our new intro. We got all kinds of stuff we're trying out, so just bear with us. We just got a little bit of extra stuff. Here's your reminder right off the top. Go to standupandfightback.bigcartel.com. Stand Up Fight Back. You can't really tell because I'm wearing a white t-shirt, but they hooked me up with all the dope, edgy stuff. So make sure that you go visit them. Use the promo code Coffee and Bong Hits and get free shipping on all your shit. Okay. Boom. Good morning, Morgan. Oh, hold on. We got to go to this real quick. I got to fix this part. Blam. There we go. Coffee and Bong Hits with Jessie. So that's supposed to sit up there every day now and just hang out. That way we don't mess with anybody else's. 10% off Coffee and Bong Hits. See what I'm saying? Go to standupandfightback.bigcartel.com and they will hook you up. I got so much shit I want to talk about today. I made a list. First of all, you guys like lists, apparently. I don't know why you guys are clapping for that. I don't know why you're still clapping. There's a phantom clapper going on. Good morning, Alexis. Luke, I can't believe we didn't see each other in Washington, D.C. I seen you were out there doing your shit. I see everything. No matter what state I'm in. Good morning, Finda. No matter what state I'm in, I always pay attention, whether it's the shootings last night in Kansas City. Yo, shout out to the 5. Hopefully next week we'll be doing a whole week from Kansas City. But this week, it's all Oregon episodes. But whether I'm in Washington, D.C., paying attention to here, or whether I'm here paying attention to New York. Yes, Luke. Yes, Luke. First, you guys got to go to Redmond. Let me just throw that shout out real quick for the CODP and my people in Central Oregon. They are having a, well, that was crazy. A little thing stuck to my finger. Good morning, Alexis. So yeah, I believe this weekend there's a rally in Redmond. What the fuck is going on? While I've been gone, people shot each other. People are dead. The cops rolled up on somebody and shot him. There's a lot to process. We're going to try to get through as much of it as we can today. We're only going to put in an hour. Yo, it's DJ Wheels, the Squirrel Whisperer. Man. Okay, before I get too into this, there's something important that I want to tell you guys. And it starts out a long time ago when I went to Standing Rock. On the way home from Standing Rock one time, I went to Mount Rushmore. And when I went to Mount Rushmore, I looked at it And I was like, oh, this is crap. This is crap. I was led to believe that the dudes on Mount Rushmore were going to be giant because I get most of my history information and world political information from cartoons. Hey, it's worked so good so far, right? And then I just use that kind of as an analogy for a lot of things in my life. I was like, man, this is like Mount Rushmore. This was a bunch of hype for something that wasn't that fresh, right? And then I've been seeing over the last month or so a lot of people, including the jack o' lantern in chief, has been saying that Portland is a war zone. Portland's on fire. Portland is being destroyed. And everybody else says, if you're not from Portland, don't believe the exaggerations. So I took those two pieces of information with me when I went to the East Coast. And I saw a lot of stuff while I was there, a lot of stuff that's legendary, that was less spectacular than I thought it would be. Now, I'm not going to get into this and a bunch of shit besides the Liberty Bell, but I was certain that the Liberty Bell was going to be bigger and outdoors. And maybe have it turn so that the crack faces people that show up after business hours. Oh, man. Stephanie's feeling me. Yo, when I went to see the 5 Points, I was like, yo, the legendary 5 Points. We got to go there. It just looked like just some intersection in Portland. Like, yeah, it's not that special. And there was a lot of places like that. Like when I went and saw the Rocky statue, that's just not even at the top of the stairs. I thought I was going to have to climb the stairs. I looked, I was like, where's the Rocky statue? Man, it was just over on the left somewhere. Like under some trees, kind of just in this weird little alcove area. Thank you. Steffi, you are feeling me. You are absolutely feeling me. I went to Doctor Strange's house. It didn't even look like Doctor Strange's house. That wasn't supposed to be funny, but I still hit the button because I thought that the audience at home would find that funny that Doctor Strange's house is somewhere we went to. The Morlock tunnels, even that was still great, but it's not as great as I was sold to believe, right? So everything is a legend. Everything is a folk tale. Everything that it's just what we as humans do. We take people's stories and we grow them, and whether it's good or bad, it doesn't matter. We just perpetuate urban legends and we propagate myths. That's Americana. That's what we do. Odds are Paul Bunyan was probably just a normal sized dude the first 100 times that story got told. No, you know what? Something else about Ben Franklin, man. I wanted to know where that dude discovered electricity at with his key, right? And so I Googled it and it said there's at least 10 different places in Philadelphia that all claim to be the spot where that dude had his key. And I would think that even at that early time when people were still writing with quills and dipped ink, I think that they would have documented that better. So, yes, Erica, that's exactly right. We put stuff on too high of a pedestal. But then juxtapose that with the fact that we're so eager to rip people off those pedestals, right? When society is the one that put those people on the pedestal. Good morning, Marty. We've all been waiting. Late pass. Glad you could join us. I'm kidding. Thank you for being here. It's always better with you here. Hey, so we're gonna go into the news here in a minute. I just want to tell you guys how crazy it was real quick when I first rolled in to New York City. The view that I saw of New York City, which I do have on video, and I'll share with you guys sometime. But the view that I had was like exactly the same as the view that we play every day when I remind you guys to get your head out of the passenger seat, or get your mind out of the passenger seat of your head, walk around the back, climb in the front seat, pop some shit in, right? I was bumping something else. It wasn't Hall & Oates, but it was overwhelming to know that the same exact mentality that I try to remind us every day to be in, right? To be the author of your story and not be the reader, be the first one to know, not the last one to know. It looked just like this. Blam! I know that that's silly because it contains Hall & Oates. And a lot of people, man, Casey, pennies are important. You know what? Before we start this show, because it's a nice segue, right? When I try to explain not only energy accounting and focusing of your energy, right? But pennies are a very important function if you're talking about energy flow, right? So say you tell the universe that you need more money, right? But you're not very specific. You tell the universe, give me more money, but not pennies. You don't do that. You just tell the universe, give me money, right? Man, Mario, I still ain't never been to the Grand Canyon. Oh, it's killing me. Man, I will tell you guys on another day. The craziest Grand Canyon story. So the point about the pennies, though, is the universe is giving you wealth, right? The universe puts a penny in front of you, and that is the same as a drop of water, right? Now, if you seal yourself off and you devalue that penny that the universe is giving you, it's literally giving you free money. Now, if you say, oh, it's just a penny, I don't know, then you start talking about how many grains of sand are on the beach or some shit like that, right? But it's symbolic of the energy flow, right? The feng shui or whatever that has to go through your life. Does that make sense? Like it's like wanting to people think higher of you, but you don't accept a compliment. Like a penny is a random compliment. It's an offering from the universe. And I used to always just be like, fuck a penny. Sorry, church kids. I didn't mean to say the F word. So take pennies and let those drops become drips. And let those cricks become creeks, and let those trickles become flows, right? As you open your brain to it. And repeat this to yourself: health, wealth, success, opulence, abundance, water into wine. Don't ask me how I learned that on my mission. Don't ask me how I learned it on my mission. Just trust me on that one. That's a good one. Okay, let's see. Let's get some comments up here. Money won't get you too far. Marty ain't never lied. Marty loves it. Wheels, what's my favorite place and my favorite single thing I've seen? Man, I can't even lie. I can't even lie. My favorite thing I saw on the whole trip, the part that I can't stop thinking about, was the spot where Bugs Bunny talked Steve Brody into jumping off the Brooklyn Bridge. I can't even lie. I can't even lie. That was my shit. When I saw it, I was overwhelmed. I began to weep. Ah. Steve Brody was a man who had a horrible streak of bad luck gambling. And it was decided by Steve Brody upon himself that what he needed was a good luck charm. And he was going to go get a rabbit's foot. So he went to Flatbush to go get a rabbit foot. And he picked the wrong rabbit, of course, right? He picked Bugs Bunny. And so that never works out for people. Why do they do that? Why does everybody always look? They get attracted to a chunk of magnetism that they can't refuse, right? And then Bugs Bunny is like, obviously, I could just diffuse this situation and walk away, but people cut from that Bugs Bunny cloth, such as myself, see the need to stop those bad habits when they come to your door, right? Because obviously, if you came over here looking to cut off my foot, you've obviously tried to cut other people's feet off in the past. And if I'm sitting in a bar and you come up and you start making fun of me because I'm wearing glasses or whatever, obviously, maybe that's something that you've done. And today ain't your lucky day, right? So when you show up at Bugs Bunny's house, you're in trouble. Okay, so Steve Brody shows up at Bugs Bunny's house, and Bugs Bunny says to him, I'm not going to give you good luck, friend. Go see the Swami. Steve Brody goes, the Swami, eh? So he goes to see the Swami, and that's where Bugs Bunny asks him if he wants his palm red. And he goes, well, okay. And then Bugs Bunny paints his palm red. And then that's hilarious in itself because it's like from the 30s. And then Bugs Bunny asks him if he wants to read the lumps on his head. And he says, oh, I ain't got any lumps on my head. And then Bugs Bunny whacks the shit out of him over the top of his head. And when I grew up, I used those. I wasn't a very big person when I was growing up, right? I hit my growth spurt late. So for most of my adolescent life, I was short. And I was often the smallest person in photos. In fact, true story, when I played freshman football for the Marshall Minutemen, at the end of the bench, I was so short that they didn't even notice me to include my name in the team caption. It just stopped it like Joe Franco, right? So I had to rely on skills that I learned from somebody like Bugs Bunny to deal with bullies like that, right? And I had to learn that instead of going and getting a bigger gun than Yosemite Sam, that you could just put your finger in the barrel. And I learned that instead of trying to fist fight Elmer Fudd, that what you could do is you could just actually take the barrel of a gun and turn it and point it back at the person that's about to shoot you, and then they'll blow your head off. I also learned that you could do duck season, rabbit season, rabbit season, duck season, duck season, duck season on 90% of the people living on this planet, and therefore get a tiny little leg up, right? So when I actually was at the Brooklyn Bridge, when I actually grabbed my phone and uploaded the cartoon and saw that I was literally in the same place where Bugs Bunny was outsmarting the... I mean, that's Steve Brody, man. That's not like messing with Elmer Fudd. That's Steve Brody, voiced by the dad from the Three Bears. I don't want Father's Day. So Good morning, Lisa. Other Lisa. Good morning to that Lisa too, though. So for me to go there, hey, y'all can laugh all you want, man. That was shit. Are you telling me they don't even know where Benjamin Franklin did that? Most of the people who signed the Declaration of Independence were liars. The Rocky statue's over to the left. That frog that didn't want to sing, I ain't even mad at him. Carnegie Hall, fuck Andrew Carnegie, right? He did some dope shit, but I ain't got no extra love for him. That Bugs Bunny shit, that's not an exaggeration. That really didn't happen, right? You feel me? I don't need to believe in Paul Revere yelled the British are coming, because he probably didn't really yell the British are coming. And I don't need to believe that George Washington chopped down a cherry tree, because that motherfucker lies. His teeth were made from slaves' teeth. I don't need to believe that the Mount Rushmore is beautiful because Bugs Bunny is beautiful. Hey, Wheels, you asked, man. Good morning, Miss Paula. Yo, good morning, Kenny. All right. Look, it's a busy day. It's Monday. I should have already been into the news like 6 minutes ago, but this is all I want to tell you guys real quick. Yo, it's Monday. Give it up for Monday. Monday is like a new spring every single week. You can make a list. You can do some stuff. It can be great. There's nothing to stop any plan that you create on a Monday from coming to fruition on a Friday. You just got to do it. Make a plan. Figure out, like, okay, today's Monday. I want this shit done by Friday. Let's break that into chunks. How much am I going to have to do? And then start retro engineering it, right? So if I need this mission done on Friday, what's the step right before I get the mission accomplished? Okay, well, then what's the step before that? Well, then what's the step before that? Then what's the step before that? And then you have somewhere to put your foot, right? But once you figure out where to put your foot, just let the universe handle everything else, man, and just focus on Friday. Because check this out. If you're trying to go to Timothy Lake, there's 2 ways to go to Timothy Lake, man. And I don't mean up around by Mount Hood, the back way, and then or through past Ripple Brook. Not those 2 ways. Energetically, there's 2 ways. There's 2 places you could put your mind to go to Timothy Lake. You could put your mind right now and think, okay, what do I have to do to go to Timothy Lake? I got to go to the grocery store. I got to make a grocery list. I got to get gas. Don't forget to air up the tires. I don't know, all this shit. Got to stop and go get weed and need a new oil cartridge. Whatever, right? Or you could put your mind in the mission accomplished section where you've already done it. You've already figured it out. Your mind is living at Timothy Lake already. And then all you remember is the punctuated moments of how you got there. Man, remember when we were at the store? Good thing we grabbed oranges. Man, remember when we were getting ready? Good thing I packed a sleeping bag, right? So now what you do when you do that is you tether yourself to the future. It's like when you go swimming in a cenote or when you go up in a dark cave. Take a rope with you, right? So you're tethered so you can get to where you need to be. You can get back out. Leave yourself a trail of breadcrumbs from yourself to the future. I don't really understand how to explain it. But if you're picking up what I'm putting down, it will resonate with you, and you already hold these truths to be self-evident. So all I'm doing is just reminding you guys, this isn't a show where I try to convince anybody to do anything or believe anything, right? I am literally just telling you guys what works for me and how I ended up in New York City at the Brooklyn Bridge. Okay. So are you guys ready for oh my God, I even got into the dinosaurs. That's going to be a whole different show that we got plans, man. We got plans. It's all. Don't ask me about my salad. Ask me what vegetables I'm chopping. Okay, let me see. I got to add something real quick. Okay, it's time for, one more time to remind you, go to standupandfightback.bigcartel.com, stand up and fight back. That will get you 10% off of your order if you use the promo code Coffee and Bong Hits. Also, reminder, our first hour, as always, is brought to you by The Movement. Hey, yo, it's Jessie Sponberg. I'm rocking with The Movement. You can too. Every Sunday night, 10 p.m. only on KBOO, KBOO 90.7. Yo, and fuck 12 News. And now it's time for my news, not your news. If you're cool with that, I'm cool with that. So let's bring it up. Did that work? Kinda. We'll get better at it. We'll get better at it. All right. Top headline news. Headline of the Washington Post. Trump, under fire for alleged comments about veterans, has a long history of disparaging military service. Yeah, who doesn't know that? Oh, I can't believe these people can just so willingly ignore what the heck is right in front of their faces. That's so crazy, man. The dude is just so. Oh yeah. Oh, I forgot. Oh my god, I forgot. Thanks for reminding me, Vince. Hold on, I got some shit for y'all. Boosh. All right. There you go. Thanks, Vince. I owe you a solid right there. I'd have been super upset. All right, now it's time for the real news of Wolf Blitzer. Okay, let's keep it moving. I'm trying not to spend more than 10 seconds. Trump attacks the sixth richest woman in the world for her ties to the Atlantic. I don't know who the sixth richest woman in the world is. Let's find out. Donald Trump is coming after Lauren Powell Jobs, the philanthropist billionaire who owns a majority stake in the Atlantic, the sixth richest woman in the world. Jobs is the widow of Apple co-founder Steve Jobs. Trump said in a tweet, Steve Jobs would not be happy that his wife is wasting money he left her on a failing radical left magazine that is run by a con man and spews fake news and hate. Call her, write her, let her know how you feel. Because the widow of Steve Jobs donated at least $500,000 to Joe Biden's campaign this year. That's dope to me. Let's keep it moving. Bloosh. Touchscreen for the win. Chuck Hagel says the Atlantic report is in line with Trump's words and action. That's the headline from the Business Insider. New York Daily News headline says, Commander in contempt, a president who values himself before his troops. Not a good look, Mr. President. Okay, let's keep it moving. Oh shit, Russian opposition leader Alexei Navalny is out of the coma and he's responsive. That's according to CNN and the New York Times. This is the craziest headline you're going to see all morning. California wildfires, gender reveal event sparks one blaze as record heat fuel flames. You know, that's just going to give people that dislike gender reveal parties a whole nother reason to complain about them. Oh yeah, gender reveal parties. That's great. Little babies starting forest fires. Good job, Antifa. Okay. Creek fire burns half the homes in small Fresno County town. You know it was a small town if it's a creek fire and not a river fire. I am sorry. Naked protesters demand action after Daniel Prude's killing. That headline itself is ironic. And I'm going to leave it at that. Rochester officials announced police reform after the death of Daniel Prude. Kamala Harris slams Donald Trump and Attorney General Bill Barr for denying systemic racism. Okay. According to the new Cohen book and the new headline from Business Insiders, Trump admires Putin because he runs Russia like a company. Okay, listen, here's the thing, man. Michael Cohen has the least credibility of anybody in the world, dude. If you are Donald Trump's sleazy lawyer, that means you are sleazier than Donald Trump, and you have to do the work that Donald Trump didn't want to do because he's not that sleazy. Can you imagine getting paid because you're sleazier than the president? And the president's a sleazeball, man. Holy shit. That guy is nothing but Rodney Dangerfield from Natural Born Killers, but with a lot of money. Not funny. Not funny. Can we get a boo? Thank you. All right, let's keep it moving. Where we at? The moon is rusting and scientists are stunned. I'm just going to marinate on that headline for a minute, man. Scientists are stunned. Hey, y'all know the moon is not supposed to be there, right? Can I just pause with this opportunity and remind you guys that nobody really has any clue how the moon got there? You know the moon's older than the Earth, right? So when people say, oh, the moon came from the Earth, just do your own homework. White House correspondent says this Trump move is especially notable. Don't care. Whoa. Sarah Sanders describes former White House colleague as a foul-mouthed Jew. We're going to dig a little bit deeper into that one real quick. Let me give you the skinny. Sarah Huckabee Sanders called one of her former White House colleagues a liberal, aggressive, foul-mouthed Jew from New York City. Let's see. Josh Raphael was brought onto the White House communications team by Jared Kushner and Ivanka Trump, and Sanders describes him as liberal. Sanders says she and Raphael eventually became close friends during their time working together, but Raphael left the White House in 2018. Whoa, she wrote it in her own book. Whoa. She wrote it in her own book, and Trump people are still going to say, that doesn't count. All right. Oh, fake news. It's her book, dummy. Southwest Airlines CEO Gary Kelly says if things don't improve, this just can't continue. Man, I don't even know what the future of airlines is, the future of airfare is, the future of travel, but man, get a sailboat. Get your ass a sailboat. Amid Kenosha unrest, Wisconsin suburbs become a crucial testing grounds for Trump's appeals to white grievance. Okay, let's take this moment right here. Let's just go here. Let's go here. Let's address this real quick. This is a big problem. Vanilla ISIS, Al Qaeda, whatever funny names we want to give to the white supremacists and their friends that show up. And make no mistake, if you show up and you don't think you're white supremacist, you are. Even if you're a different color, even if you have friends of different colors, if you participate in white supremacist activities, you are a white supremacist. If you wear a Trailblazer jersey to the Rose Quarter, you are a Blazer fan. Even if you're like, I don't even like the Blazers, doesn't matter. When they say a lot of fans in attendance tonight, they're talking about you. If you have 2 claws and a crawdad tail, and you're sitting in a bucket of crawdads, and somebody says, look at that bucket of crawdads, you say, no, I'm not a crawdad. I just have crawdad claws and a crawdad tail, but I'm not a crawdad. Player, you're a crawdad. So if you don't understand the ramifications of what you are participating in, I don't believe you. I was going to say you're the dumbest person in the world, but nobody's that dumb. Nobody's that dumb, man. I mean, those people are dumb. Dumb. I mean, dumb, 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 dumb. Stupid as shit, dumb. Not just their grammar, not just their inability to step out of their small minds or their myopic perspectives that they've gleaned from never having been anywhere or being exposed to people with differing views, not just because they fly 75 flags at their house, not just because they think that Bob Mueller was a bad guy, or they think that Dr. Fauci's an idiot, or they think that if you put a coronavirus mask on your butt and fart on it and then put it on your friend's face, that's funny. These people are really, really stupid. But they're not stupid enough to convince me that if you go downtown or if you travel in a caravan, that you have a vested interest in one side or the other. And when people say, well, isn't that true for everyone who enters the gladiator arena? No, some people are in the gladiator arena because they're forced to by their convictions. And some people are in there because they are forced to by their convictions. Does that make sense? All right, let's just keep on with the news, man. Democrats target Postmaster General. Whoops, let me make it so you guys can see what I'm saying. Democrats target Postmaster General after report that he reimbursed employees for political contributions. What? Louis DeJoy's rise as GOP fundraiser was powered by contributions from company workers who were later reimbursed, former employees say. You know what? Okay, let me make this very clear real quick. Let me go back down a tiny bit. Let me go back a tiny bit and remind everybody that the post office has actually been under attack. The post office has actually been under attack for a long time. They were asked to fund their retirement pensions like 50 or 75 years or some shit into the future. So well before the president came, the post office has been a target. But knowing that somebody like DeJoy can fundraise his way, illegally fundraise his way into such a position is what really should be disturbing, right? How easily people can switch between the private sector and the public sector, and the government public service sector is definitely distressing, and should be. All right, killer whale who carried her dead calf for 17 days and 1,000 miles is a mother again. Damn. I don't even know what to say about. I don't even know what to say about that story right here. Except you guys realize that I've done this whole show without smoking any pot. All-time record heat across Southern California fuels fires and threatens power supply. So you guys know that Portland's about to get you guys know that Portland is about to get Oregon is about to get some crazy forest fire winds that are going to probably knock out power around here. And even if they don't knock out power, the PG&E problem over the last couple of years in Southern California is probably going to make it so that some companies preemptively shut off their power supply to make sure that it doesn't catch fire, right? Picking up what I'm putting down. Okay, let's keep it moving. Whoa, Saudi court issues final verdicts in the Jamal Khashoggi murder, sentencing 8 to prison. Let me dig a tiny bit deeper into that one real quick. I'll try to be quick. Critics have questioned the fairness of the trial. A Saudi court has issued final verdicts Monday in the 2018 killing of journalist and dissident Jamal Khashoggi, sentencing 8 to prison. Yet the trial has been widely criticized by rights groups and independent UN investigator who noted that no senior officials nor anyone suspected of ordering the killing was found guilty. The independence of the court has also been brought into question.
I'm Brett Bear. I'm Dana Perino.
Okay. Yeah, we're not getting no justice out of that court. Here's the problem. We, as the United States, shouldn't have to hope for a Saudi Arabian or an Arabian court to give some kind of punitive punishment to the Saudi Arabians, right? Instead, what do? The president literally sells them like $100 million in bombs and missiles and weapons. You can Google it. You can Google it. I've Googled it before. I provided the screenshots. People don't care. The same people that wear the 9/11 never forget shirts must not be able to read. So they allowed themselves to forget that most of the people instrumental in the planning and execution of 9/11 were Saudi Arabians, right? Now, whether we are talking about George Bush's involvement or, NATO or anything like that, or NORAD, the passport said Saudi Arabia. The 9/11 people believe that it's Saudi Arabia. The Uber patriots believe it's Saudi Arabia. And their president vetoes an almost unanimous vote of Congress that said do not sell them weapons. And the president used one of his very first vetoes to overrule that. But y'all don't care. You guys do not care. If I tell you this information, half of the population will just tell me that Joe Biden sniffs people too much. All right, keep it moving. Boris Johnson plans to tear up his Brexit deal with the EU. UK threatens to walk away from Brexit talks and could break withdrawal agreement. I don't even know what's going on with that. This is important to me, though. It's monstrous. Julian Assange's partner speaks out about extradition process. Julian Assange lawyers fail to adjourn extradition hearing. Wow. How do you like this headline right here? Portland City Council fractured and on vacation. Are you shitting me? Are you shitting me? Yo, somebody screenshot that one real quick. I couldn't even imagine taking a vacation. I couldn't imagine being so inept as our city council is right now. Just talking and talking and talking and talking and typing. They want to, oh shit, thanks for the tip, Paul. Pro-Trump rally going off from Oregon City at noon today. I read that because you might not be able to read if you're planning on attending. Wow, it's a busy screen right now. I appreciate that. I appreciate everybody who tunes in, whether you're watching on Twitter or YouTube or Facebook or the 5radioxl.com. Download the app. You can listen to the show on the app on the 5radioxl.com. You don't need to watch the show to listen to it. You can get it on the app. But yeah, that's I couldn't imagine going on vacation right now. I couldn't imagine typing so much at a time when action's needed. I couldn't imagine using the strategy of baffle them with bullshit. I don't get it. I don't get how somebody could be so hands off and talk right over us, right? Like there's Ted on his podium or his platform or his soapbox or whatever he has. And then there's us. And then there's the national media. And he's literally speaking over our heads to a national media. And he's not telling the truth. Nobody's telling the truth. Everybody's just lying. This is the craziest, most futuristic shit ever, man. Everybody just lies about everything, man. Let's keep it moving real quick. We're almost done. Shout out to Portland for 100 days of protests. That should get some kind of award. I just want to draw attention to that real quick. Australia okays funding for 2 potential vaccines. This is one of the things I want to talk about today. Big trouble, man. Big trouble. Because when the vaccine hits, half of the people will take it immediately and then begin peer pressuring other people into taking it. So that's not good. And then the people that refuse to take it are going to have to run and hide in the woods and hide in caves where they can just slowly either incubate the virus, stay free from the virus. I don't know, man. But I know this, nobody gives a shit that there's a virus except for the people that really give a shit that there's a virus, right? Like the people that really give a shit, like there's people that I know that have literally been quarantined since March. I'm not going to name them, but people that literally say they haven't seen another person since March. That's insane. That's insane. Because here's the crazy part about that is I don't know anybody that has a coronavirus. Nobody. But apparently 1,000 people per day are dying. And I trust it. I believe it. It's just like, okay, well, where are they? I don't know, but when that vaccine comes, man, I remember seeing how you guys talk to each other over the measles. I remember seeing how you guys fucking wanted to literally take people's children's away and shit. Okay, and the last thing I'm going to talk about today, and then I'm going to get out of here because I got, tomorrow's show is going to be from a dope-ass location. Guarantee. You'll be like, no way. Labor Day. Labor Day. Let me make sure I have it exactly. Labor Day. Let me just read it to you guys. Labor Day. Labor Day is a federal holiday in the United States to honor and recognize the American labor movement and the contributions and works of laborers to the development and the achievements of the United States. Okay, so this is what I want to go into right now before we wrap it up. Do you know what it took to get rights for workers in this country? Do you know the extreme violence that it took? Do you know to get labor unions, they would like lock the doors on buildings and set fire to the buildings? They would try to do things like derail trains. They would beat the shit out of people, out of scabs, out of non-union shops to try to operate. If you look at the stories of what was done to those women who marched and went on hunger strikes and suffered extreme abuse at the hands of those who did not want to give up their power. If you remember how they threw tea in the harbor as a means to gain independence for this country, then you'll understand, especially on this Labor Day, the language of the oppressors. Yes. Yes, Plucky Artemis, Iron Jot Angels. Man, they used to force feed those women. They used to pry open their mouths and stuff food down their fucking necks because all they wanted was the right to vote. That's it, man. We're literally half the planet. Can we vote? When those men, those young men, those young black men sat down at that lunch counter, they were mocked and taunted and yelled at and screamed at. And when the first children were bussed in for segregation, they threw stuff at them. They spat upon them. They screamed at children who just wanted an education the same as the one afforded to kids of higher influence. In every one of those instances, there's definitely a delineation drawn between the good guys and the bad guys. Sometimes do bad guys do good shit? I guess, right? There's pictures of Ted Bundy doing the dishes, and there's pictures of Kyle Rittenhouse washing graffiti off a wall. And sometimes do good guys lock the doors at a non-union factory and set it on fire? It all just comes down to your conviction and your moral compass. Is it okay for good people to take extreme measures? Well, the people that have benefited from the civil rights movement would probably say yes. And all of the women who got to vote will probably say yes. And the people who benefit now from this 3-day weekend and the 40-hour work week and child labor laws and workplace safety laws will probably say yes. And even though the people that supported King George and opened their homes to the British so that they could warm themselves upon their fire, the descendants of those cowards and two-faced backstabbers still live among us. And the descendants of the people that rose up against this country in the form of a confederacy that seek to secede from this country so that they may keep their slaves, and ended up being the dumbest pieces of shit in the whole world. Look how history looks upon you guys, the descendants of those people. Vanilla ISIS. I don't know, man. The last thing I want to say is I'm glad y'all's boat sunk. I'm glad that you, I don't know, man. Y'all ain't getting my energy. Y'all ain't getting my energy. It's a beautiful day. It's Monday. Literally set some goals. Set them out 6 months. Set them out 6 weeks. Set them out till Friday. Set them out till the afternoon. See what you get done. Yo, tomorrow morning, the show will probably be from a hotel room, but hopefully the hotel room will have a good view. Remember this, man. Go make your bed. Also, remember this. A rising tide lifts all vessels, man. And the last thing that you want to be in life is a player hater. So if somebody has success, celebrate that success with them, because you can attach your momentum to that kind of frequency, and you can fine tune so that it resonates with you, and then you can jumpstart your own success by following somebody else's. Feel me? Okay, don't forget, man, you go to standupandfightback.bigcartel.com right now. Get some edgy gear. Easy E says do it. Okay, guys, as always, it's been great. It's been fun. It's been a riot.
Subject to arrest and use of force, including crowd control munitions, if you enter the property. If you're a peaceful protester, we are asking you to leave. This is the Portland Police Bureau. We have heard your chants stating the crowd is wanting to enter the property and burn down Southeast Precinct. You are subject to arrest and use of force, including crowd control munitions, if you enter the property. We are also aware of your request to call for additional reinforcements.
Remember this. If I don't say 5,000 G, somebody might have took my phone. I did 5,000 G.
Pull up in motorcades. I got a show today. It's all I'm trying to do. Hustle and motivate. Choppers a throwaway. Hustle the overweight.